Nintendo versus Sega. Or as we used to say back in the 90s, Nintendo versus Sega! Whose side were you on? This news coming out of CinemaCon this week, this wasn't at CinemaCon, but came out recently adjacent to CinemaCon, because everybody in geek culture, everybody in movie culture, they're all making the rounds and things are getting announced. They're all talking to the press, so the news came out recently. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 will be competing in 2027 against the Legend of Zelda movie, a long-awaited geek culture event. Legend of Zelda opens March 26th, 2027. As of now, Sonic 4, the last in the Sonic movie series, opens 1 week before that, and Zelda will also be competing directly against the next Godzilla and Kong movie. One of those movies might move by the time this video comes out. I feel like that's a lot of competition too close together. I feel like at least one of them has to move. But as of right now, Sonic and Zelda will be competing against each other at that box office, and that makes me hyped, honestly. Honestly, I wish they'd release it the same day. I wish, Barbenheimer doesn't have to be this once-in-a-lifetime thing that saves movie theaters. Do the double feature. Barbenheimer 2. Sonic and Zelda. It's a double feature that makes sense. Movie fans would love it. Video game fans would love it. Crossover fans would love it. It's an event at the movie theaters. Gets you out of the house for 3 or so hours. Cosplayers would go to that. I really wish studios would team up more and movie theaters would be allowed to do something like this. They have to. Theaters are dying. They have to keep thinking of these outside-the-box ways to get people in. Well, if you make it a double-feature special event, more people will go to that. Honestly. We were this close to a Tom Holland day, and then Disney was like, no, let's move Spider-Man 4 2 weeks away from his other movie that's releasing, instead of just leaning into it and making it a thing. These studios need to make these events, they need to make these things happen more often. Barbenheimer happened organically, but now we can make it a thing on purpose, if they would just recognize the value of such a thing. But yeah, this excites me, man. It's been a long time since Nintendo versus Sega was a viable discussion in the geek culture world, in the video game world, man. Whose side were you on? Comment down below. Which movie are you looking more forward to? It's hard to say, because Zelda, we don't know a lot about it yet, right? So by the time that news comes out about who's in it and stuff, that might change one's opinion. We don't know anything about Godzilla Kong, the next one, for that matter, either. But Sonic 4, we know Metal Sonic's going to be in there, and that's awesome. So, yeah, which movie are you looking forward to? Whose side are you on, Sonic or Zelda? Let's talk all of it down in the comments. Leave a comment, leave a like. Sonic versus Zelda, who you got? Let's talk about it. We'll be back soon, so come back soon and take another bite of the Geek Lair. Gotta go fast!